You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster.
BTS news. Incheon Airport that afternoon was bustling with its usual activity, until it suddenly turned into a whispering storm of panic. Several fan cameras zoomed in on the VIP arrival gate, and within minutes, two very familiar silhouettes emerged. The platinum blonde hair under a black hoodie could only belong to one person, Jungkook. And beside him stood a figure in a fedora and long gray coat, a style too familiar to be mistaken. Kim Taehyung, known to the world as V. They didn't speak much, only exchanging occasional glances as they walked briskly toward the waiting black van outside. No smiles, no waves, not even the usual HYB security entourage. And that, precisely, was the beginning of the mystery that has shaken the fandom in the past 24 hours. Amid countless speculations about the sudden departure of the two BTS members, one question has echoed louder than the rest on social media, especially after the usual nightly Weverse Live feed went completely dark. Where is Jimin? ARMY, known as the most meticulous fandom in the world, immediately began piecing the puzzle together. Some believe Jungkook and V's departure was related to a private project, perhaps a brand shoot or international collaboration. But why wasn't Jimin, who's usually never far from the duo, seen with them? Just 3 days ago, the three of them were laughing, singing old Wings era songs together in a joint live. Time passed. Night fell. But Jimin's personal Instagram remained silent. No stories, no reposted fan art, no updates from HYB. Even Jimin's largest fanbase account, @JiminVoice, tweeted. Usually, when JK or Tae leaves, Jimin drops a small hint. But this time, not even his presence is felt. What's going on? The next day, an unofficial source leaked CCTV footage from the basement parking area of the HYB building. The video showed a black car stopping for 23 seconds. The door opened, and someone stepped out hesitantly, wearing a mask, a thick jacket, and a large scarf that covered almost the entire face. But the walk, the movement, too familiar to mistake. That's Jimin, one fan wrote, along with a detailed breakdown of body movements. But why did he stare at the HYB building for more than a minute without going in? Rumors began swirling. Some claimed Jimin was undergoing mental recovery. Others speculated that he was involved in a secret project with a US label. But the most shocking theory came from someone claiming to be a recently retired BTS lighting staff. On an anonymous forum, they wrote, "There's a new choreography video. It's titled Void. Only 3 people were in the dance room that night, V, Jungkook, and Jimin. But when the music stopped, Jimin cried and left first. Since then, he hasn't returned." The post spread like wildfire. The hashtag Where is Jimin trended #1 in 11 countries in under 2 hours. A fan from Brazil shared a heartbreaking fan art showing Jungkook and V walking toward a light, while Jimin sat alone in the shadows, clutching an old photo of the three of them. But the true storm came when a Korean variety show filming in Jeju aired a brief shot of a mysterious figure sitting alone on the beach. A passing drone camera caught the moment. Bright orange hair, head bowed, and fingers gripping a notebook. Viewers gasped, "That's Jimin." Just seconds before the clip cut away, one page of the notebook fluttered in the wind, momentarily visible. ARMY wasted no time. Screenshots were zoomed in, filtered, analyzed. At last, a handwritten line believed to be Jimin's was deciphered. "I want to speak, but it's not time yet. There are wounds that even music can't heal." The online world trembled again. What did Jimin mean? What kind of wound? Is this why he didn't join Jungkook and V's departure? And then, adding fuel to the fire, a mysterious 5-second TikTok video appeared from a new, nameless account. It featured a soft piano sound and a gentle, familiar laugh. The video showed the back of a man standing in a dark dance studio, staring into a mirror. On the studio wall, written in red marker, "I'm not gone. I'm just rewinding." Many swore it was Jimin's laugh. But what shocked netizens even more was the very first comment under the video, from an account named @KookieLife1997, which simply read, "You'll be ready when he is." Was that Jungkook? Was this a hidden message? Did they all know where Jimin really was? In the midst of this frenzy, Weverse finally uploaded a single photo on the 4th day after Jungkook and V's departure. Just an image of a night sky, no caption. But fans quickly recognized it. It was identical to a photo Jimin once posted in 2020 when he spoke about loneliness and the pressure during hiatus. The next morning, HYB finally released an official statement that a short press release stated that V and Jungkook were heading to Europe for luxury fashion brand agendas and a special filming project yet to be announced. But there wasn't a single sentence about Jimin. It was as if he had vanished from the system. When a reporter asked about Jimin during the press conference, the manager simply replied, "He's taking time for himself. Please give him space and respect his decision." But the space requested was instead filled with waves of emotion from millions of fans. That night alone, over 20 million tweets mentioned the word Jimin, making him the most mentioned individual on social media in a single day in K-pop history. Finally, on the 7th day since Jungkook and V's departure, and as the mystery deepened, a message appeared on Weverse from a verified account. Park Jimin. The message was short, just 2 lines, but enough to make the world pause. "I'm still here, but sometimes, to love again, we must first learn to lose." No images, no sound, but ARMY's tears filled the comment sections. Some said they could feel the pain in his words. Others believe this was the beginning of a new BTS era, one that's more personal, more honest, more human. In a world that moves too fast, sometimes the thing we lose isn't just time, but ourselves. And perhaps, Jimin is on the hardest journey of all, returning to himself. Meanwhile, a new video from Jungkook in Europe showed him on a rooftop, playing guitar and mouthing a single word to the camera, "Soon." Is this a sign of reunion? Are they preparing for something bigger? Or is this just one part of BTS's story that remains unwritten? Only time and Jimin's silence will tell. But one thing's for certain, ARMY will never stop waiting. Even in the dark, Night 8 since Jungkook and V's departure, Seoul's sky looked calm, but BTS fans' hearts raged louder than ever. Since Jimin's message about learning to lose, more fans began to realize this wasn't just a hiatus. This was a silence full of meaning, as if a major chapter in Jimin's life was slowly closing. Meanwhile, in Paris, a French fan posted a short clip taken from the balcony of the Four Seasons George V Hotel. In the video, Jungkook and V could be seen walking side by side toward a parked car. What shocked the fandom wasn't just their appearance, but what Jungkook was holding in his hand, a dark blue notebook with a red ribbon sticking out between the pages. Fans recognized it instantly. It was the same notebook Jimin once held in the Break the Silence documentary. Questions resurfaced. Why was Jimin's notebook in Jungkook's hand? Were they sending secret messages through subtle symbols? And was their trip to Paris about more than just brands? On day 9, news broke that a dance studio on the outskirts of Avignon had been reserved for 3 full days. Its owner, a Belgian contemporary dance teacher, leaked that 3 Asian artists had rented the space. One of them was very quiet, but the way he danced, it was like he was telling a story of pain that words couldn't express. 3 Asian artists? But only 2 were seen at the airport. So who was the third? Speculation exploded. The hashtag is that Jimin trended again worldwide. Many believe Jimin secretly joined them via private route. Fans scoured flight logs, tracked private locations, and dissected blurry long-range photos uploaded by small accounts. Finally, a shocking post appeared in the Instagram story of a local dancer from the same studio. A short boomerang showing 3 silhouettes performing a dance move every BTS fan knows by heart. The move? Lie. Jimin's iconic solo from the Wings era.
Never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways.